Hi and welcome to the Geek Legion of Doom. This is a TV review. So we're going to have a look at the new TV series today called The Following. This stars Kevin Bacon as a disgraced ex-FBI agent. Now, admittedly, when I first tell you about this, you're going to think sounds fairly typical, and in a way, when you first watch it, if you don't know anything about this TV show, it may initially seem like that, but I think the premise is actually quite interesting. Essentially, it tells a story of two men, really. So you have the first one played by Kevin Bacon, as I say, a disgraced FBI agent, and the other man is a serial killer. Now, I may not pronounce the actor's name correctly. It's James Purley, I believe it is. He was in Rome and Solomon Kane. And he's a serial killer that's been put away by Kevin Bacon's character 8 years ago for obviously serial killing variety of different women, and he escapes right at the beginning of the show in a bloody manner, kills a number of prison guards on the way, and Kevin Bacon's character is called in by the FBI to help track him down, since he was the one that actually caught him in the first place. So far, so standard, and you've seen this plot a few times. But the point difference in this one is the serial killer, what he's done. Now, if you haven't seen this, there will be some spoilers, so I don't know. I'll warn you now. What he does is he actually has made a network of other serial killers, which is fairly unique to this. So essentially, he's become like almost like a general, and he seems to have these worshippers, other serial killers, basically, that he's organised and essentially made into a cohesive unit. And a number of them will pop up in this first episode, although you won't know who they are first of all, and that's kind of the fun thing. And it's a very intriguing premise. Now, I guess you could say that the first episode, like most pilots, is somewhat self-contained. It's got an excellent cast in it, obviously led by Kevin Bacon, but you've got Maggie Grace in there, and there's plenty of other people who you can kind of think, oh, I've seen them from this show, I've seen them from that show. So, it's looking pretty good. I have to say, I was quite intrigued when I first turned it on, and it kind of grabbed me within the first 5 minutes, which is what you want to do, because I've seen so many sort of action TV shows, and I give them sort of maybe 5-10 minutes, and if I'm not sort of all that good, I probably won't bother watching them, because I have plenty of other things to watch, to be quite honest. But this one held my interest. It does remind me a little bit of Dexter, which is kind of the other serial killer show, although obviously with that Dexter, he's essentially the semi-antagonist, if you like, or semi-protagonist. But this one, the serial killer, is definitely the bad guy. I mean, he's a bit of a scenery chewer, if I have to sort of maybe pick a hole. And I would say maybe it's certainly towards the end of this episode, it maybe gets a little melodramatic. The Joe Carroll is sort of based his killings on Poe, and maybe that I felt maybe that was maybe a little bit heavy-handed in some scenes, but generally speaking, it was a really enjoyable first episode. And obviously, you've got some heavyweight actors in there, so they give some good performances, and it's certainly intriguing. And it has some twists that I don't think you'll see, some of them coming. So I can recommend it for that. It's quite bloody, fair amount of gory bits. It does have quite a lot of flashbacks, which sometimes can be a little bit disorientating. It does show you the dates or the years when it is flashbacks, but if you're one of those people who maybe sort of look away and kind of go back to the TV, you may not even realise it's had a flashback, because it's so, and it does it quite a lot throughout the show. So I guess it can't be helped to a certain degree, but I think maybe if you're kind of not paying 100% attention, you may kind of miss the plot there. But I really enjoyed it. It's certainly a show that I'm going to check out the second episode of. It's fairly self-contained. This first one, as I say, so you can kind of watch it. But it does leave it sort of open-ended to a point where you can think, oh, where's it going to go from here? Have you seen it? let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. I'll give this one a 7 out of 10.